Why Bangladesh is in news. Overview. On August 2024, Bangladesh faced significant political turmoil leading to the fall of the government headed by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. This crisis was marked by widespread protests, a severe crackdown on dissent, and growing dissatisfaction with the government's handling of various socio-political issues. Key issues leading to government collapse: protests over government job quota scheme. Background: the Bangladeshi government had introduced a quota system in government jobs, reserving a substantial percentage of positions for certain groups, including freedom fighters' descendants, women, and ethnic minorities, cause of unrest. This quota system led to widespread dissatisfaction among general students and job seekers who felt the policy was unfair and reduced their employment opportunities. Protests. The protests began in universities and colleges and quickly spread nationwide, with students demanding reforms in the quota system. Economic challenges. Inflation. The country faced rising inflation, which eroded the purchasing power of ordinary citizens, leading to increased economic strain on households. Unemployment. High levels of unemployment, particularly among the youth, exacerbated frustrations with the government. Unemployment. High levels of unemployment, particularly among the youth, exacerbated frustrations with the government. Corruption and governance issues. Corruption allegations. The Hasina government faced numerous allegations of corruption and cronyism, undermining public trust in the administration. Authoritarian measures. The government's heavy-handed approach to dissent, including arrests and intimidation of opposition leaders and activists, contributed to growing discontent. Security and law enforcement failures. Violent crackdowns. Reports of police brutality and violent crackdowns on peaceful protesters further inflamed public sentiment against the government. Judiciary and media suppression. The government's attempts to suppress judicial independence and media freedom also played a critical role in the erosion of democratic norms and the rise of public unrest. Immediate causes of government fall. Violent student protests. The tipping point came with violent student protests against the job quota system, leading to clashes with security forces. The scale and intensity of these protests were unprecedented, reflecting deep-rooted grievances against the government's policies. Military intervention. Interim government announcement. General Waqar-Uzizzaman, the army chief, announced the formation of an interim government to restore stability. This intervention aimed to end the violence and facilitate a peaceful transition of power. Public and political reactions, celebrations and demands. News of Hasina's resignation was met with public celebrations. Protesters demanded representation in the interim government, indicating ongoing challenges. Calls for civilian leadership. Prominent figures and civil society groups called for the military to transfer power to a civilian interim government, emphasizing that the military should not govern the country. Future prospects. Caretaker government. There are calls for a caretaker government to ensure free and fair elections, drawing on historical precedents from Bangladesh's past. Ongoing negotiations. The success of the transition will depend on negotiations between the military, political parties, and civil society groups to address underlying issues and ensure a democratic process moving forward. Conclusion. The collapse of Sheikh Hasina's government highlights deep-seated issues in Bangladesh's political and social fabric. The upcoming transitional period will be crucial for the country as various stakeholders work towards establishing a stable and representative government. Keep watching for more videos. Like, share, subscribe at Timeless Reflections. Keep watching for more videos. Like, share, subscribe at Timeless Reflections.